The Soil Wealth and Integrated Crop Protection projects are a national extension program aimed at communicating information about soil management to growers in a form that they can really use. The national program is run jointly by Applied Horticultural Research and RMCG. Dr. Gordon Rogers, Principal of Applied Horticultural Research, says that the program was developed to ensure growers could remain up to date on relevant and accessible information about the soil management studies being undertaken in Australia and throughout the world.
Soil Wealth was developed really because there has been a lot of research done in relation to soil management and soil health issues, and that's in vegetable crops and other crops, both in Australia and overseas, but often that information was not being put into a form that growers or advisors could actually make use of, and it wasn't always being communicated directly to them. The Soil Wealth project was really tasked with taking that good research information and putting it into an accessible form for growers and advisors.
Dr. Rogers says that the project's reach has been far beyond what was originally anticipated, and they've been able to see results in action.
At the start of the project, we aimed to connect with 200 growers and also to connect with about 50% of the advisors in the industry. After 3 years into the program, we've actually connected with about 2,000 growers and about that 50% of the advisors. Of those around 2,000 growers that have been directly engaged by the project, about 80% of those have reported back to us that they've been able to make better decisions as a result of the information that they've received, and have either made changes to their practices or are considering changes. The core of the project are the demonstration sites. Almost all of those are on commercial farms, and that's where growers and advisors can come along and they can see some of these innovations in the field on a real commercial farm. To support those demonstration sites, we use a whole range of communication methods. For example, fact sheets. We produced about 71 fact sheets. We use webinars, we use videos, masterclasses. We've tried to use a range of different, more traditional and more electronic type of communication methods to try to get across to everyone.
Carl Larson is a senior consultant at RMCG. He believes the success of the program comes down to its unique communications approach.
ICP, in conjunction with Soil Wealth, is all about creating healthy soils and that in turn leading to healthy plants. So improving productivity and sustainability within the veggie industry, primarily around improved soil management and plant health. It's a really unique approach. We used a number of traditional extension methods like farm walks, workshops and face-to-face events, and coupled that with some really different methods in other industries like e-extension, which came out of the grains industry in the US, which uses social media, electronic platforms a lot more. So that's things like webinars and social media like Twitter and Facebook for the demonstration sites. And also other unique concepts coming out of research like masterclasses. So multi-day connecting researchers, agronomists and growers, and having a third structured content, a third unstructured and a third practical out in the field.
Carl says that industry feedback is vital and will help to shape the program into the future.
So we're working in partnership with Hort Innovation and a number of different industry groups and stakeholders to make sure both Soil Wealth and ICP meet industry and grower demand and needs. And that's primarily through a project reference group that we've established nationally that meets every 6 months, but also having more informal mechanisms of feedback, primarily through the demonstration sites. They're the eyes and ears on the ground day to day in each of those growing areas. We have had a really strong focus on monitoring and evaluation, and one of the key things we developed at the end of phase 1, so from 2014 to 17, was an achievements video to really report back to industry, what had the projects done, and that covered things like engagement, what events and training had been run, communication products, and where to from here. And I mean, excitingly, we've had really great feedback on that, and Hort Innovation, along with a lot of the industry partners, are looking at phase 2 now of the projects for Soil Wealth and ICP and where to from here. And that's going to cover the next 5 years with both projects running, again, integrated and side by side, which is really exciting.
Greg Murdoch is a fund manager at Hort Innovation. He says that the Soil Wealth and integrated crop protection projects allow growers to better meet the needs of modern consumers.
Soil health and crop protection is vital for the sector for profitability and sustainability. With the growing market demand on reducing pesticides within product and maintaining soils in an environmentally sustainable way, it's important to meet the consumer needs. So growers should get involved in the programs. It gives them the opportunity to get involved in the latest R&D and take back some learnings to the farm to meet those requirements.
Thanks for watching this episode of InfoVeg TV. For more information on soil wealth or integrated crop protection, please see soilwealth.com.au. Soil Wealth and integrated crop protection are funded by Hort Innovation using the Vegetable Research and Development Levy and contributions from the Australian Government. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss any future episodes.